Confused about why your old build isn't working anymore? Or are you just copying the pro builds blindly? There came out many new secret combinations of items which are just too broken. Come, let's shed some light on these new updated broken builds. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we will look into newly updated broken builds and some secret tips. For starter, we have the new true damage build with Vortex plus Brute Force and Thunderbolt, used by utility jungler and fighters like Barret, Alpha, Balmond, Thamuz, Sun, Minsita and CC. This build has recently come into the limelight, and after the recent changes to the passive of both Vortex, Brute Force and the change coming very soon to Thunderbolt. If we look into the passive of Vortex, we can see on getting its full stack, the hero deals an extra 10% true damage of the hero's base damage. And the passive of Brute Force, which gives 15% control duration in full stack. These two items have been a match made in heaven on heroes who continuously use the skills and basic attacks. For now, Thunderbolt passive deals additional true damage after casting a skill. But if you have been following our videos, you would know the changes coming to Thunderbolt. Its new passive will fit perfectly with the combination of these two items, giving an ample boost of HP growth, sustained damage and continuous true damage. And if you are wondering when are the changes to Thunderbolt coming, then have a little patience my friend, as it's expected to come in the next season along with many more updates. Do remember to subscribe to our channel and become a member of our ever-growing community. Moving on to our next build, the ultimate shield build with Rose Gold Meteor, Immortality and Flask of the Oasis, which can be used on any hero to boost survivability. Preferably physical heroes will benefit more from this build, and if you are wondering how Flask of the Oasis with these two items, then you are correct my friend. This won't be bought by the one going for the Rose Gold and Immortality, but be bought by the roamer instead. After the recent patch, Rose Gold cost even lower and be bought as the third or fifth item for having more chances to escape in dire situation both while diving and retreating. And Immortality as the last item will increase the chances even more. And Flask of the Oasis passive is always there, one of the most useful items I have seen so far. When facing heroes with high burst and pick-off type heroes, the combination of these items will guarantee that you get at least 6 to 7 seconds extra of survivability. You must have seen pros do fast item switch, and to be honest, it is just an advanced version of this. As the item slots are limited, they prefer Rose Gold, Immortality or Winter Truncheon only one at a time and keep slots for others. But if you can't do item switch, just go for this, and I am telling you, you won't even think a second time before using this again. As you have been patient viewer who is watching the video with full focus, let me give you a small secret tip. You must have seen this item Magic Blade, which is in the build path for Rose Gold Meteor. If you know its passive, then it also provides a shield, and you can use this to your advantage to get another additional shield. How? When buying Rose Gold Meteor, do not buy the full item in an instant. Without using up the shield from Magic Blade, once it is used, just buy Rose Gold and you have another shield ready to go. This small microplay in itemization separates high rank players from others. Now let's move on to our next build, the Power Enhanced build. With the Feather of Heaven and Concentrated Energy, used by heroes who are basic attack dependent and deal magic damage like Nathan, Julian, Sylvana, Esmeralda, Chang'e and Guinevere. Why the Power Enhanced build? Because of the new passive of Concentrated Energy. When you deal magic damage, your magic power increases with an increase in each strike. On full strikes, you will receive a 12% magic damage increase for 3 seconds, and Feather of Heaven's passive combined with Concentrated Energy just synchronizes perfectly. To sum it up, both of them combined with help to boost your basic capabilities quite a notch. Heroes like Nathan or Julian who rely heavily on their basic attacks must have these two items in their arsenal now. Since talking about magic type heroes, let's see another build for magic heroes. Our next build, the support CDR build, with magic boots, enchanted talisman, necklace of durance and fleeting time, mainly used by heroes who need less CD on skills, like Faramis, Nana, Luoi, Gore, Diggy, Florin and Angela. This build is the ultimate cooldown reduction build, which will help you lower the CD of the skills quite drastically. All of them have a cooldown reduction in their stats, summing up the total cooldown reduction to a whopping 50%, making it almost half the time they actually require to be cast, which means frequent use of skills and all of the heroes I mentioned will benefit the most when this is the scenario. On bonus is Fleeting Times passive, which will give additional cooldown reduction on ultimate on kills or assists. You may think that you are losing out on damage when opting for these items, but they add much more of an advantage to your team when they are more sustained team fights type of lineups. Now let's move on to our next build, the ultimate heal, with the Flask of the Oasis, Oracle, Guardian Helmet and the Favor bonus. Used on heroes like Minotaur, Florin, Estes, Angela and Rafaela. Do remember, this is a combination of both personal and team healing build used to regenerate the lowest HP and prolong team fights to re-engage. Flask of the Oasis and Oracle, these two items give an additional 42% healing effect, and if still not enough, the Favor bonus is there to give that additional heal. And for higher HP, plus having an inbuilt HP regen for yourself from Sky Guardian Helmet will make sure that you are present most of the time on the battlefield. This build is a healing paradise, and when used by your team support, it can make sure you won't even need to go back to base for HP, as by the time you can return with this build, any of these supports will have healed back. Let's look on to another build, the damage reduction build, with either Radiant Armor or Antiquarius combined with Twilight Armor and Blade Armor used by heroes like Baleric, Kufra, Hylos, Carmilla, Akai and Johnson. Whenever you feel like an enemy is dealing too much damage, be it physical or magic use, this combination, Radiant against magic and Antic against physical, but combine them with Twilight Armor, watch the enemy have a hard time killing you because of how the passive of these items works. Both Radiant and Antic work as items known for decreasing enemy attack states. Combination of these items makes sure you get those additional seconds of survivability, and the cherry on the top is Blade Armor, the perfect item in this case due to its damage reflection. This build works wonder for lowering the enemy's attributes as well as making them think twice before going on head-on with you. As we are discussing the items for sustain, let me give you another secret tip for survival. This small item HP necklace may look insignificant, but when you buy 2 of these just for a mere price of 280, you get plus 8 HP regen, which can come in very handy in laning or roaming situations. You can buy this in the early game and have continuous HP regen. You may not seem to notice it, but this comes in very handy when not in prolonged situations, as all you have to do is nothing and get little bits of HP continuously in the background. Let's move on to our final build for today, the Movement Speed build with Rapid Boots, Hunter Strike, Great Dragon Spear and Wind Talker, used by heroes like Geelong, Irithel, Roger, Natalia and Helcurt. This build is more of a fun type of build with which you can use to be the fastest Fanny Link Who when you can run all the way like madmen. Combine this build with Sprint and enjoy MLBB Marathon. Such a great build to have fun in classic matches. Try it out and have fun for yourselves too. But if you are in no mood for fun and are watching this after losing hard in ranks, and to support your enthusiasm for coming this far in this video, here is the secret tip used by all the pro players. Selling boots at the 14-second mark for having no gold loss and changing it to offensive or defensive item according to the situation. Till the 15th second mark, the prices on selling items don't decrease, so you can utilize this by buying boots at the first second and selling them at exactly the 14-second mark to cover your lane faster for the first time, and also having an item choice in the early. So will you use these new updated broken builds? What do you think about the new equipment coming soon? Share your thoughts in the comment section. That will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.